Hey guys, it's Jennifer from Live, Laugh, Love to Read. Today I am doing a book review on Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. So I read this on my Kindle. I got this for free. Yay for free from the library. And I'm giving this book 3.5 stars. I know. So, okay. Mrs. Everything that was by Jennifer Weiner, I think that was her last book, and I read, and I actually have it. It was a keeper. I gave 5 stars all the way across the board. I loved it. I normally love all of her books, but this one, I don't know. There was just something, I don't know. At the beginning, I really liked it, but then in the middle, I was like, and then the end seemed kind of rushed, and I don't know. 3.5 stars. Let me read you the synopsis. So, 6 years after the fight that ended their friendship, Daphne Berg is shocked when Drew Kavanaugh walks back into her life, looking as lovely and as successful as ever, with a massive favor to ask. So, Daphne is our main character. Now, Daphne is a plus-size woman, which I loved. For our main character being a plus-size woman, which I am. And I love that about her. And now she did have a few insecurities, but for the most part, she was an online influencer on Instagram. So, yeah. And so she did like clothes and beauty products and stuff like that. So she wasn't like a real big one, but she was getting up there. So it says, Daphne hasn't spoken one word to Drew in all this time. She doesn't even follow her ex-best friend on social media. So when Drew asks if she'll be her maid of honor at the society wedding of the summer, Daphne is rightfully speechless. Drew was always the one who had everything, except the ability to hold on to friends. Meanwhile, Daphne's no longer the same self-effacing sidekick she was back in high school. She's built a life that she loves, including a growing career as a plus-size Instagram influencer. Letting glamorous, seductive Drew back into her life is risky, but it comes with an invitation to spend a weekend in a waterfront Cape Cod mansion. When Drew begs and pleads and dangles the prospect of cute single guys, Daphne finds herself powerless as ever to resist her friend's siren song. So growing up, they went to a private school, and now Drew came from a very wealthy family. Now Daphne did not, and she was there on scholarship. So, but they became friends, and the bad part was Drew treated her really bad. Basically was her best friend one day, and the next day she would just ignore her. She would have her do things for her, you know, like cheat on tests or write her reports or whatever. So basically she used her all through school. And then and all through life, Drew has used everybody, basically. So she has no friends now to be in her wedding. And she's marrying a very wealthy, affluent man. And they're having this big, fancy wedding. And she needs maid of honor and bridesmaids. So meanwhile, Daphne, who lives, I want to say in New York, she shows up and asks her to do it, and she's like, they had a big falling out right after high school. Something happened at a bar, something quite humiliating that Drew did to Daphne, and it was all over social media, and after that, they were not friends. Yeah. So she shows up and she asks her, and she's like, I don't know. She treated me like shit all those years. And then she did this and she did that. But she gets to go to Cape Cod and this big fancy wedding. And it involves all this really fancy stuff like, you know, rehearsal dinner and you know, big fancy party and on the beach and, you know, seafood and then on and on and on and all these gifts, and Drew's paying for everything, like for Daphne's dress, for all the functions, and you know, and then there's going to be single men. So she decides, okay, I will go. I will do this. Well, while she's there, of course, she does meet somebody, and then something happens. which threw me for a loop because I'll just say someone gets killed in the book, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Because this book I thought was more like kind of feel-good book, like maybe they were going to get back together and be friends and she was going to treat her good and all that. Yeah, that doesn't happen. So anyway, so this book basically turns into a murder mystery, kind of like, and I felt like, I'm trying to find my notes because I had notes that I put in my phone. Where is it? I kind of felt like it's kind of like a murder mystery mixed with like a summer book. Like, you know, I love summer books, like, you know, Cape Cod, Take Me to Nantucket and all that, and I like that, but it was all scrambled together, and I felt like the end was rushed. Yeah. So 3.5 stars. Would I recommend it? Yeah, you might like it. Mrs. Everything was way better. But this one was good. 3.5 stars. Would I read it again? No. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Will I keep reading Jennifer Weiner's books? Yes. But for me, this one just didn't do it. So 3.5 stars. But hey, that's okay. It kept my interest. I read the whole thing, and it was okay. So 3.5 stars. That's all I have for today. If you like this video, give me a like. And hey, while you're here, how about a subscribe? And don't forget to check back for more book videos coming up soon. Thanks, friends. I'll see you next time.